When life gets tough, you must get tougher. That's why you're here. I'm here to empower you, baby dolls. There are bull narratives in the cryptocurrency industry that are right around the corner, but nobody wants to believe in them because prices are down. There is a Bitcoin halvening, the pre-rally, the premature ejaculation, because people price in the future. They're going to do the calculations themselves. They're going to see that $600 million of Bitcoin doesn't have to be sold every month by these scum miners who are going to dump on everybody. Now, that's tongue-in-cheek. You need the miners there. But still, anybody who sells is a poopy face. We're here to win. 1 year of Ethereum burning will have passed. This is important. I still have a theory that somewhere around September, some sort of monetary policy thing is going to kick in with Ethereum because they've been burning so much ETH for a year. We also have the potential of real-world assets. I understand that there are contractions in the crypto economy right now, USDC leaving, but we solved too many problems. What, you're just going to leave because the prices are down? The problems are still solved. Nothing's changed except the red candle is here. There's also social finance. We saw FriendTech. Still on it. It's cool. It's fun. Is it going to be the final iteration of social finance? No. You never know, actually. You don't know with these things. You just never know. Are there going to be more things built around it? There already are. People are already building multiple layers on it. They're building trading. They're building other gimmick types. They're building other platforms that sit on top of FriendTech. Isn't that cool? So you have FriendTech, and then you're going to have all these apps. You might have like perpetual like leverage trading. You might have like some sort of NFT community that you can combine. You know, all this stuff that people are just building that you can connect to through FriendTech. Fascinating. For example, I might be able to use a service to talk to you, my baby doll, baby cakes, in a different way because of FriendTech. So if you're in that room, it might give you more access because they might say, hey, if you own the key of your friend Somi, then also you would get access to certain, protocol features that I've enabled when I make an account somewhere. So you can build this cool stuff. And no one's thinking about this future. I've already got your mind, your juices flowing a bit. We also have mid-curve, DeFi Ponzi's, liquid staking derivatives are fantastic. They're only looked down upon right now because the US bond yields are still going up. The bond yields are high, but eventually the economy is going to crack. They're going to have to turn around the other way. The US government's interest repayments are too large. It's just a matter of time. We also have China stimulations. China's going to have to stimulate with consent, maybe without consent. The economies are cracking. That's it. That's what happens. We've also got the BlackRock ETF. I know we've already had our little scene with it, but it is what it is, friends. That's why here I am, Mr. Fishy McFish, holding SpongeBob. I know we feel like this. We feel like SpongeBob just dead, but please don't do anything to harm yourself. I promise you, we are going to make it through this. We've been through things like this before. There's actually things I can point to you that tell you there's solutions for this stuff, man. Look, I just went through this list off the top of my head. So there's more things to look forward to. And we've just recently seen a leverage wipeout. So there is a man out there who enjoys thick thoughts, and he posted this Bitcoin chart. Now I want to have a look at it. Whenever you see these charts, read the little words that describe what the little indicator is. So this is showing you aggregated open interest. You can see I went down here. Let's zoom in, friends, so you can see. Open interest is just how many people are gambling right now. That's it. If the open interest is large, it means a lot of people are gambling. And you might say, oh, are they long or short? Well, no. Whenever there's a buyer, there's a seller. There's an equal number of buyers and sellers. So if open interest goes up, you might have 1 billion buyers, and there's also 1 billion who are sellers. It's square off. They're contracts. People are trading with each other. When it goes down, it doesn't mean anything except that there's just less people in the system now. So as you can see, we had a 30% wipeout. This is on Binance Futures. This is what you actually want to see before you go up. You need to see this before it goes up. So you can even look at this. Look what happened back. Look what happened back down here. You see here? This was the FTX collapse. Look at this huge leverage wipeout and then just sideways. And look at that. Do you see? Fascinating to see. So this is what happens. I can even show you that wick down the bottom here. You see this big wick. It's just a lot of people exiting. Capitulations. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. This is, when you see this, friends, or when you imagine you're watching a horror movie and then You're 3/4 of the movie. You're like, when's she gonna appear? Where's that weird girl who's walking backwards down the stairs gonna appear? I'm so like, I can't take the fear right now. That is right before the liquidations. When the liquidations happen, she comes on screen, she farts everywhere, and they turn on the lights. Now the climax is done. You've now seen the scary lady. She ain't so scary. She's actually pretty stinky. She hasn't had a shower in a long time. Okay? That's what you just see. When you see these charts of a leverage wipeout, bang, that's what you've just seen. You've seen, everybody just saw the scary lady in the movie. But guess what? After you see the scary lady in the movie, you check your time, there's only like 15 minutes of the movie left. And you're like, you know what? I'm actually hungry again. Can we get out of here? You see what I mean? That's actually, now we're moving on to the next step. That's how you describe these charts. It's fascinating that these exist for us to be able to show them out there. And don't forget, friends, thank you very much. Press my belly button and your belly button. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for the goodness of your heart. This is why we're going to make it. Don't be disheartened by other people. I'm here to tell you, you got to look after yourself. I'm here to tell you, do I push anything in front of you like leverage trading? Do I push all this other ICO, pump and dumps? There are all these Twitter influencers right now. What they're doing is they're telling you about a coin that they got in. They're like the one guy, and there's like 4,000 people who haven't made it yet. See, what happens is, this is, okay, let's read through this. I'm going to share with you, okay? So every week I see posts from like 30K to 100K followers on Twitter, and they will talk about like mastering on-chain or talking about on-chain trading. Why? It's because the thing that made the most money this year was on-chain trading. Because you're not at the privy to manipulation by centralized exchanges who are just pinging you up and down, and you know the big market cap coins aren't, they're too thick to move. You need a lot of capital. On-chain is just basically new poop coins. Now, they come with a cost. The cost is, one, you can't do leverage, and two, it's a freaking scam. Everything just goes to zero, and I really do mean everything. Everyone's just punting whether or not they're on the thing that doesn't go to zero this month, and it might last another month. That's it. Not even really a month, more like a week. I'm not even kidding. All right. So these people will accuse you of being stupid for holding long term. They will say that. They'll say, you're so stupid for holding in a bear market. Ha ha. Hey. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. But these people, I've heard it time and time and time again. But you know what? I'll tell you something. Right. Every year, it's a new round of people. So if they were so smart, how come we're on year number 5 now and it's a new round of people every time? How come? I'd like to know. You got a good answer for me? Maybe they're lying. Maybe they're full of it. Or maybe, if they're not full of it, they're actually fluked it. They just don't know they fluked it. So that's why I'm here to share with you the truth. They also claim that they've been killing it and doing well. You know, there are people who do well, but it's an inverse pyramid. You can see. Then you check the data. When you check the data, you'll see whenever they will enter a coin, most of the time, they are in a network of shillers. They're going to push it out to 30,000, 100,000 people and followers on Twitter. Remember I told you, when it comes to these, when you see somebody with like 100,000 followers or even like 50,000, let's see someone with 50,000 and they're saying, I'm in this coin, it's pretty good, and they're posting about it on its new highs, assume a 1% action rate. 1%. You have 500 people now. Imagine 500 people put in $1,000. You have a clip of $500,000 going into the liquidity pool. Bank. Think about this. Imagine, and if you have 4 times that amount of followers, like 200,000 followers, now you have $2 million going into the liquidity pool. Don't forget, this is not market cap. This is like big packing, bigger punch. This is actually the actual dollars going in. That's their edge. Their edge isn't like consistently finding these coins. Yeah, you're going to find people there's people long the thing that goes up every single time. There's someone long something somewhere. But can they consistently do it? Enough to present it to me and you on a piece of paper and tell us, okay, this is how I'm thinking, this is what I'm doing next. Are they going to effectively do it? You'll find most of the times the answer is no. I'm still looking for people who can effectively do it consistently. So you're going to see the pyramid effect. The first 200 buyers will make all the money at the expense of the final 8,000. That's just how it is. Every single time. So whenever they're trying to tempt you, right, here you are with your cute little beanie, your cute little Peppy, your cute little beanie, your little Lenovo monitor. You're sitting there. Yes, it's raining outside. And you're trying to think, what do I have to do to win? Well, I'll tell you what you have to do to win. You're looking at it. You just don't know what to look at. What you got to do to win is actually get 50,000 followers and grift them. That's how you win. You're like, wow, I've got to make money that way. Not like the methods that they say. They will describe a thesis. They'll say, well, I believe I believe casino trading is going to be bigger in crypto next year. And so they'll make the narrative, and then they'll go, okay, therefore you got to buy this one coin. That represents the whole narrative. So the narrative's right. The narrative's always right. It's just where they point you in the one direction, right? It's very grifty, and it's dangerous to you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what the fundamentals are. We've seen with so many coins this year. Doesn't matter what the fundamentals are. You got to be in the first 200 people. If you're not, you're in the past 5. You're in the final 8,000. You know, people who join halfway, they don't get out, because they're seeing themselves up like 2.2x, and then they think it's just getting started. They think they're going to get like another 10x from it, but no, they're actually at the top. So something's gone up like 20x, they'll buy. So firstly, this is actually how it happens, friends. It goes up 20x, then they'll message me, or they'll message people, hey, is this thing good to buy or whatever? And I'll say the same thing. I'm like, man, okay, you know when the time of the buy was? Down here. That's when the time to buy was. Were you there? No, you didn't care about the coin. You didn't know about the coin. You heard about it from somebody else posting on Twitter, trying to get you in. Okay? And that's all I say. Then you check back in 24 hours and you'll just find out that they bought. Now they're up here. They're like, oh, wow, you guys are idiots. Lucky I didn't listen to you. This thing is up like a 2.7x. Woohoo! And what happens next, friends? The complacency comes down. Now you're here. Now they're still up. They're like, oh, man, I'm still up. I'm still up like 50%. But it's complacency. They bought into the euphoria. They just were lucky enough to get in right before that final euphoria wave. So started moving up. They got instant gratification for buying up here. Instant gratification. It went up straight away. So they continue to hold because they're like, oh, it's working. You know, it's just logical in your mind. You're thinking, well, if I bought something and it starts moving up, it's working. I should keep holding this. But it's complacency, because now you have like a big fat minus 60, minus 70% down week, but no one's complaining. Why? Because most of the people who have all the noise, they're still up. That's why. They're not going to come and tell you anything to worry about. They're always going to use the same words. They're going to say, look how fast that dip got eaten. I bet you've heard that a lot, right? They say, wow, bulls are charging. This is the next target we're going to hit. They all do that. This is the future. Everybody's excited. That's how you know complacency is here. Because you're looking at this, you're like, wait a minute. You guys are all... You're drinkers of soy. You got hunched backs. And most of you little bitches, the price went minus 70% from the top, but you didn't bat an eyelid. Why? And now you know why. It's because they're high on the endorphins and the drugs. That's how most of these go every time. And they will keep doing it over and over again. Friends, you can learn this the easy way or the hard way, all right? Just because something goes up, it doesn't mean if it's bad, it can't go up more. It can always keep going up more. The answer you're looking for is this. You got to ask yourself, if I buy this thing 1,000 times over the next 1,000 scenarios, what are my results going to be? Is my P&L going to be like that? Or is it going to be like, it's going to be like that over time? You know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's always tempting to constantly go on chain and do these, right? And then, you know, look at these people and it appears like they're living in a magical bubble of free money. Truth is, there's over 100 coins every week. I will say good luck finding the ones that are legit. Especially whilst being an outsider like me. Good luck. They're in Telegram groups. They're in Discord groups. They are planning how to shill. They have the ideas already. I know this goes on because I've been invited to them. They go into groups privately. That's what it is. That's the game. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, people can do whatever they want, okay? I'm informing you as your friend. That's why you like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to tell you this happens. So I'm not going to each of these people and telling them not to do it. No. I'm here to arm you with knowledge and friendship and kindness, okay? While you're sucking on this lollipop, all right? At the poker table. So just be aware. That's it. Knowledge is power. I'm here to arm you. So, you know, 99% of traders on chain, they're actually struggling forever. Just because of everything I just told you. They never figure it out. So when their eyes see the coins, they're like, wow, this is an asset. No. The coin's not the asset. You know what the asset is? The asset is when you put your mouse over their profile and you see like a lot of followers. That's the asset. That's literally the asset. I mean, Friend Tech even proves it to you, right? That's the network effect. But you're not buying into their network effect. If you are their friend, so to buy into the network effect, you might say, hey, I'm going to give you $3,000. Can you invite me to your private group for every single coin that you buy? So now you're buying into that person's network effect. But all their public spaces, that's not the public network effect. But they're just going to tell you it is. They're lying. So you can learn your lessons the easy way or the hard way. All right. And I'm just, you know, some people out there, they just need to get flogged the good old fashioned hard way. That's it. Nice and hard. They just need a nice, hard flogging. I like to learn off other people's mistakes. Other people, They got to go head first, get destroyed, and be on the verge of quitting before they finally learn. And most people actually do quit. So what path do you want to take? So I leave with you this, friends. Look at this. Did you actually think that the Coinfessions wrecked, guys? Do you think they weren't already trying to chase the latest narrative? Do you think that? Do you think like you're the first person to figure out, oh my gosh, I just got to sell the coins from last season and buy the coins from this new season? You think you're the first person to discover it, but how come we don't have millions of these people who have retired doing it? How come the people who have retired, you're hearing about them post about it on Twitter about how smart they are? That's something you got to think about, okay? So when you look at all this information, I want you to just take a good, long, hard look at yourself and think about the path that you're following. Because me and you, we're going to be drinking protein shakes. Like, subscribe, button, and I'll catch you next one.